Greetings, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Captain Rye, and today we'll be looking at this battle here in World of Warships in the ARP Haruna. Yes, that's right. I managed to pick up the ARP Haruna. The Arpeggio of Blue Steel mission events are going on right now on the North American server. If you're from the EU server, you probably already have this ship and well aware of its capabilities. However, they did finally get back to us. And with the original ARP missions, they were a little difficult to complete. I think for the ARP Myoko and Kongo, it was something like set 50 fires, down 50 aircraft, destroy 10 cruisers and 10 destroyers, and oh god, it was absolutely awful. Totally disgusting. Anyway, not the case this time around, because the mission requirements were straight up pure damage, and, well, since I average 80,000 damage in my turpets, I just took my turpets out and very quickly got my hands on the Haruna, which pretty much, I mean, that's the only one I like, because, I mean, come on, Shakeen! Yeah, I'd definitely love that in the anime. So picked that shit up, and took it out into battle, and because it's tier 5, it's required, it's within that tier requirement for the missions for the Kirishima, and since the Kirishima is significantly lower amount of damage output, I think it's a total of 800,000 as opposed to the 1.1 million for the Haruna. The very first mission, earn 100,000, cause 100,000 damage or whatever. Okay. In the Haruna, very first battle, 120,000 damage. So, this is actually, I think, the second or third battle in the Haruna. So, this is actually going to be a pretty epic situation. It is a tier 7 maximum battle, though. They have a Nagato and I think an Atlanta on their team. I know they have a Myoko. We just saw that Myoko. Now, I'm not sure. I can't remember what our tier 7s are in this battle. So, yeah. Heading on over to the D cap point. This is one of the new maps. I can't remember the line of it. I think it's supposed to be the estuary map, I think? I don't remember. Anyway, headed over to this side. There's a lot of enemy ships over here. There's that Myoko I was mentioning before. And I'm going to try and put some shots on it. Taking some return fire. Going to get back here and hide behind the island. Do a solid damage hit to that Myoko. Only one citadel, though. And that's the only thing I managed to hit on it. But, well, we'll be seeing more shots like that later. My opinions on this ship, well, I mean, it's a Kongo class. It's basically just a reskin of the Kongo here. I like the color scheme. It's really nice. But as far as the ship itself goes, yeah, the aim is... I'm having trouble with that. The shots seem to be going high, even when I aim low. The dispersion at max range is not the best. But the ship's fast. It's got really good armor. In fact, that actually plays a lot more like my turpets. I mean, without the torpedoes. So that's basically what I ended up doing, is playing this ship like the turpets. You've got 8 guns. They're not as big as other ship guns. I mean, they're the same size at the tier that you're at. But dealing with other ships, especially at the higher tiers, tier 7 there, you're looking at 60-inch guns. So you're going to have to, you know, play a little bit smarter, keep your ship angled, and you're going to see a lot of that in this battle. I'm going to do put a significant amount of effort in to avoiding giving a broadside to an enemy. Because I simply don't want to take a hard hit. Shots out at this shores that's beached himself and is backing up. I misjudged that shot. When I fired, he was just starting to stop, but apparently he started moving forward, and the shores is a very quick ship. So I'm going to miss those shots. There's another ARP Haruna back over there, and they have an ARP Congo as well. Atlanta, thinking about what I want to do with him. Looking at the map situation in this battle, we're down a lot. Enemy team has lost 2 ships. We've lost 5, but the enemy is 3 of the 4 capture points, and they are capping the 4th. We don't have any cap points at all. This is not good for us. We need those points, especially if we're going to lose more ships. But I'm going to help pull the scores back. Hopefully we can avoid losing by points if we get enough kills. Just took out that Atlanta. Very, very satisfying. You know, especially if you're in a battleship, to be able to kill the Atlanta. Yeah, there's basically no armor. Your shots are just going to rip right through it. But the damn thing was a fire starter through and through. Enemy destroyer, capping D, and, you know, they've got all 4 caps. We're contesting 2 of them, but not very well. We have no caps, so they're still gaining points. Again, going back to the playstyle of this ship, playing it very much like I would play my Tirpitz. Paying attention to the minimap, seeing where my teammates are, because I don't want to end up isolated by myself. That's the last thing you want to do in a battleship. The anti-aircraft capability on this ship, I think for its tier, it's on par with the Tirpitz. You know, if you play the AA spec on your commander, you get that secondary range upgrade and accuracy buff and advanced fire training. If you get those items, you're going to have decent anti-aircraft, but enemy planes are still going to get through to you. And that's where you use the maneuverability of these 2 ships, and you just dodge everything that the enemy CV can throw at you. That Miyoko decided he was going to turn broadside onto a battleship. And that's when I decided he needed to go goodbye. So the Miyoko is down an L. Well, there's 2 kills. That's nice. We now finally have 2 caps. I do apologize for the video frame rate here. This is a bit of an issue that didn't actually occur in game. I didn't see any kind of stuttering or anything there. I'm not entirely sure why the video itself was doing that. Did a decent hit on the Nagato back over there. I don't think... I didn't do too much damage, but you know what? It's a Nagato and I've got 14-inch guns, so yeah, he's broadside on, but he's at range. little friendly team bump there with that New York. So I said to somebody at one point, I bumped you. I tried to save you from the torpedoes that I knew were in the water. The New York is full speed ahead, and he's going to get hit anyway. He's going to eat 2 of them on the bow. Did hit that Negato, though, for a Citadel. Nice chunk of damage. So, putting up those big damage numbers, my team has actually finally managed to pull back the, the comparisons on the teams here. I mean, we're pretty much equal for number and type of ships. But the enemy team still has more points, partly because they had all 4 caps at one point. Well, I mean, they had 3 caps, and we didn't have any. So, yeah. So they're still up on points, and, pay attention to that points board, because it's gonna get down to it. Down to it. And they still have a destroyer. So, that destroyer, I mean, he's still going to, be able to get out there and stealthy, and be stealth and cap. Now, that shot on the Murmansk over there, that was a little bit of why RNGesus. Why would you do that to me? They were all good, but they all landed around his ship. No hits. Just landed around him. Well, this isn't the only time RNGesus is going to forsake me. In fact, by the end of this battle, you're going to be going, wow, that was just some bad RNG luck. Murmansk is behind island, can't do anything. That friendly New Mexico back down there, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing all the way down there by himself, or how he even got there. But I'm going to go down there and assist him. He has an ARP Congo and a New York back over there. So give him a little assistance, and we should have no problem getting rid of him. I'm going to try and put some shots on this Negato again. He's very low health. Didn't lead him enough. I'm not used to using the spotter plane. Generally speaking, when available, I prefer the scout fighter over the spotter. Mostly just because, your shots at maximum range with the spotter plane are never that accurate. Oba, however, is going to score the killing blow on that Nikado, so good for him. That's gonna, drop the scores back a little bit. Keeping in mind that there's still that destroyer, but his torpedoes are going to miss me by country mile. Change speed, direction. even if you don't intend to, even if you're just trying to get your guns on bear. This New York has decided to go broadside onto me and show his bow to the New Mexico. So we're going to teach him a little lesson about being broadside onto a battleship. As soon as the guns reload. It's the only problem with playing battleships. They're not, it's not a quick reload. Spotter plane's back or been destroyed. Shots out at the New York, and he's dead. No Citadels, though. I'm actually really kind of surprised. Now, I'm debating on what I want to do here. I could turn and start heading towards A. Because I think but I should also probably help this New Mexico. The New Mexico's lower health than the Congo, but it's a New Mexico. He should have no issue dealing with the Congo. He's got better armor and way more guns. I say he should have no problem dealing with the Congo, but that New Mexico is turning broadside onto it. Why, New Mexico player? Why would you do this? Of course, his, tier 6, by tier 6, I would hope you're not a newbie. And maybe you're just being a noob. That Congo was broadside on to our New Mexico, who's now basically dead because he's also broadside on. Gonna try and get my shots, my guns lined up again. I thought that New Mexico wouldn't have any issue dealing with this, so I thought I'd turn away. That New Mexico, by the way, is firing high explosive. Not only is he firing high explosive, he's firing high explosive into that Kongo's belt armor. He did 0 damage on that shot. I can't believe it. And he just died. That is a noob mistake. That's not even a newbie mistake. That is just a straight up noob mistake. Well, now it's down to me in this Kongo. And once again, the enemy team still has 2 caps. And we're down to 1 destroyer and myself versus 2 battleships and a destroyer. Our Mahan should have no issue, who did just go down in Cap A, so good for him. Our Mahan should have no issue if he can find and kill that Mitsuki. If he can find him, he'll have no issue. Now, what's funny about this is that Mahan actually was complaining earlier on that we were having our asses handed to us in the battle, and we pretty much were. Normally, when you see a player do that, they kind of give up in the battle. They start playing really recklessly. They're looking just for kills. They don't really care about, the team dynamic at all. And they play just terribly and contribute to the team's loss. RNGesus hath taken away my rear number 3 gun turret, and just before I'm ready to fire, RNGesus hath taken away my forward number 2 gun turret. RNGesus hath forsaken me. I'm a 2-gun frigate, but I only needed 2 shots. Got that Citadel on the Kongo, finished him off. Our Mahan finished off the destroyer. So now it's just that ARP Haruna, and we've managed to keep the scores from reaching 100. We now have 3 of the caps and a little over 2 minutes left. Even if we don't manage to kill this guy, we should be able to win on points, unless he kills the destroyer, because he's not going to kill me. I'm telling the Mahan that he needs to go cap D. If he can go, at the very least, step on the D cap, what that will let us do is it will stop the points to them, and we can guarantee our victory. You can kind of see, this Mahan, he did an amazing job. He really did. Deputy, if you ever see this video, man, good play. Good play. You got a lot of cap in, and you did a really good job. Now, you can kind of see there for a second, he was debating on whether or not he wanted to go try and kill secure this Haruna, but I'm telling him in chat, no, hit A, or take D, take it, take the cap point, and let's win. Let's guarantee a win rather than trying to take this guy down in the last minute. I've only got 2 guns, he's got 4 guns, he's got less health than me. This could be interesting, provided I don't lose, 2 more guns. And this is the problem with, only having 8 guns. And I think the problem that a lot of people feel they have with the Colorado coming from the New Mexico. With only 8 shots, if you lose a turret, or you lose 2 turrets in my case, the dispersion on those remaining 4 shots is just terrible. Even at point blank range. Doesn't matter. We've won. What a comeback. Wow. Not bad. 126,000 damage in a tier 5 battleship. 4 kills and 350,000 credits. High caliber and Confederate. Second on my team for XP earned, a great base XP. Again, that destroyer did phenomenal. They just did great. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. A new video every week, generally something gaming related, sometimes Lego related, but those are usually bonuses. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful time this week. This is Captain Rye, signing off.